Bloggers have banded together to mount a bigger and better hashtag juanvote, or the Filipino netizens' social media-powered coverage of the May 2013 elections. Joining us in the studio this morning is award-winning blogger and social media strategist Tonyo Cruz. Good morning, Tonyo.
Good morning.
I still remember, and I used to interview you before for Text Power, and it seems now you've already enhanced or pinalawak mo pa yung scope mo, and this time you're already in the internet space, yes, in the digital world.
Yes, we've been doing this juanvote since 2010. It was it was in 2010 that we started it. So in these elections, we'll try to do more. For example, we are preparing a checklist of issues that we wish that all national candidates respond to. Like, a pointed question is, what was your vote on the cybercrime law? We want them to explain if they indeed voted in favor of the bills, and what do they intend to do if elected. We would like to, of course, we would like the public to be very critical of the candidates. So we'll be covering the elections and introducing issues that are close to netizens. Another one is the Better Internet campaign. We'd like the candidates to make a commitment to use all their power to make the internet accessible to more Filipinos. Like, for example, we have 1/3 of our population already connected to the internet. There's still 2/3 waiting for a connection.
And those who have a connection,
not
also as clear as we want it to be.
Yes, we have a right to better services. We have a right to get the services that we pay for. So we want Congress and the Senate to be able to investigate the quality of service being provided by these telecom providers.
How did you choose the issues that you'd want the candidates to support? Did you base it on actual research or for example, you looked at what the netizens are talking about? How did you come up with these particular points?
Well, the conveners of juanvote, we came together and talked about the issues closest to our hearts as netizens. So the first issue is the cybercrime law. Another issue is the Freedom of Information Act. The Congress should be ashamed that the Philippines is still in a small minority of countries still without a Freedom of Information law. We are joining authoritarian regimes in Africa. Congress and the Senate must explain, and the candidates must make a firm commitment that in the next Congress, they will pass a bill as soon as possible. Number 3, we have 2 bills already filed in the Senate and in the House that safeguards the rights of internet users. In the Senate, it's called the Magna Carta for Internet Freedom, and in the House, it's the Magna Carta for Internet Users. Basically, it's the reverse of the cybercrime law. The bills aim to put it on paper the rights that should be enjoyed by internet users. And it starts with freedom from any form of government intervention.
So for those who wish to take part in hashtag juanvote, how do they access you, or what can they report? What should they be reporting, or what should they be looking out for?
Well, it's fairly simple. We would like the public to use the hashtag juanvote and the hashtag EPAL in reporting, for example, violations of election laws. Those who do not comply with the COMELEC rules on prescribed size of posters, where to put them up, places where candidates cannot campaign. We ask the public and especially netizens, to use the internet to expose those candidates so that the COMELEC could take action. And on election day, we are again applying for accreditation as netizens. In 2010, it's an achievement of netizens in the Philippines that 11 bloggers were given full press credentials by the Commission on Elections to cover elections on election day. And we would be doing the same thing, applying for the same press credentials for May 13.
Can I clarify? Were you able to receive these press credentials for
Yes,
this particular? Okay.
in May, for the May 2010 elections, we got the full press credentials.
And then now, the
we would be
2013
applying for the
elections.
same.
The data that you'll be collating from the hashtag juanvote, will you also be forwarding this to the COMELEC so that you'll be working hand in hand with the COMELEC in being a watchdog for election offenses?
We have met with Director James Jimenez on how to coordinate our efforts. But our focus is less on helping the COMELEC, but more on raising the awareness of the public, raising their consciousness as we face yet another elections. For us, social media is a very important tool or a very important channel for people to express themselves about the candidates, for them to monitor the election process, and to make the candidates explain themselves.
Has it been fully utilized, the use of the digital space for the politicians and for information dissemination about the politicians?
I'll wear another one of my hats as a social media strategist. The Philippines is the social media capital of the world, and we deserve the best from the candidates. But we have yet to see really good Facebook pages or Twitter accounts that really connect with voters, that really present their platforms. We have yet to see something new from both coalitions. It's still the same traditional politics type of campaign. There may be Facebook pages or Twitter accounts that are being used, but nothing novel in the content has been seen since the campaign started. So there's still time for the candidates to make course redirection regarding social media. It would be big news if the candidates would sign a pledge to repeal the cybercrime law, to do something for issues close to the hearts of netizens. As of now, we have yet to see something like that. We expect that there would be an uptick in netizens' engagement when the local candidates start their campaign at the end of the month. And we expect also more reports from blogs, from groups such as Blogwatch in the next few weeks. I think we would be engaging them in more forums and other events.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And we've just spoken with Mr. Tonyo Cruz, award-winning blogger, and you can take part of his advocacy through hashtag
juanvote.
Right.
And they may also go to blogwatch.ph and blogwatch.tv. They are leading the effort to put a presence for juanvote in the 2013 elections. So any netizen could join. We all have our cell phones with cameras. So it starts with a simple tweet or a simple Facebook post or a simple photo that's posted, and we'll take care of the rest.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Amelie.
News around the globe.